On Friday, May 30th of the King's Year of 2025, Dauntless, a moderately popular free-to-play game of the Monster Hunter genre, a la Monster Hunter, died. Forever are its servers severed as the dev team was released and the game support ended. The skies are clear. There are no more hunters. Dauntless is dead. Some have speculated that this was down to the internal flip as new investors were desperate to make a buck, took over and forced the existing team to change the fabric and ethos of the entire game, disenfranchising the fan base and concentrating on their crypto bro money-making schemes. And at first look, you'd probably say that this was right. It's easy to blame corporate greed on games failing. I'd even go as to say that it's, at this point, expected, in fact. But the truth is, Dauntless failed, in part at least, because of its players, and some bad decision making leading up to its Steam launch. While popular in its circle of free-to-play Monster Hunter style games, which, let's face it, there's not many of, following a major update, that popularity was tested. Changes to leveling and in-game purchasing sent ripples through the community, and those ripples soon turned into waves of negative feedback. Unlocking and leveling alterations turned some players against the very game that they loved. Also, I have absolutely no doubt that hunt passes, in-game currencies and general fuckery enacted to the intrinsic game mechanics made things difficult, but in Dauntless's time of need the hunters were outnumbered. In fact, such was the disdain towards said changes that excessive levels of negative review bombing occurred, and this was leading up to and following the Steam launch, rendering the game almost utterly dead on arrival, and as such scuppering any chance of the airship leaving the workshop, let alone sailing high. When we asked the devs for their onions on the situation via Reddit, with an anonymous open invitation, a couple of active team members replied, which was very nice of them, and this is what they said. Username Furtive Turtle said, "Game wasn't making enough money to justify a team. We hoped releasing on Steam with new update would get us in the black. Didn't." When we asked what we thought the major factor of this was, as by all accounts Dauntless was a relatively solid game, Furtive Turtle replied, "Our last update alienated a lot of our fan base, and the game's reviews on Steam tanked, discouraging a new audience from even trying it out. Also, didn't help that you had to have an Epic account to play it on Steam." That they went on to say, "As far as I know, Crypto Bros let us drive. I never saw or heard anything that seemed like it was coming from them. I can't fully answer the whys behind a lot of the decisions. I was only on the team for its last year and was responsible for Behemoth design. I know there was a desire to address the issue that only a few weapons or builds were meta at the end game, and we wanted more and better options. As to why crafting weapons went away, that might have been driven by a need to monetize better. People liked the game, but very few spent money on it. Hard to address without putting something players actually want in the store. Again though, don't actually know, I'm speculating. We were keeping the new weapons but undoing all the controversial changes when the studio got closed. It was too late to make amends." Another team member, Cinco, went on to say, "I don't feel the need to be anonymous. I posted my thoughts in Discord announcements. There's stuff I won't talk about, but I'm open in saying I won't talk about them anonymous or otherwise. I love the game and an endgame player myself. There's a lot more I could say. I have so many thoughts, but ultimately my thoughts and opinions are no more valuable than any dedicated member of the community or Dauntless team. Everyone has a unique perspective, which is why I noted in my Discord message that my message was very much from me to the players. I appreciate everyone that was positive or negative in a constructive way." From the very beginning, Dauntless had a good following and a good relationship between the devs and its fan base. The players were definitely respected by the dev team, but there were decisions made which led to where we were. So to the question of why did Dauntless, a game that was by all accounts a solid and enjoyable one, fail at a time when it should have been expanding its reach and popularity? Well, the simple answer to that would be, it was a catalogue of errors, culminating in a timing disaster. Too many changes and bad feedback coinciding with a new platform launch left the devs scrambling to recoup some good grace, and ultimately leading to the team being reduced and finally released as the game shuts down. Over. Blow. Snap back to reality, and the sad realization is that this game, a game that I've spent many hours in with friends and family, is gone. And not because of some kind of crypto bro asset flip nonsense, not because of over egregious monetization alone, but because of changes to core gameplay elements leading up to and beyond a launch on a new platform, which should have taken the game to higher levels, got more players, got more people interested, Instead, all it did was serve to put those players off with the absolute bombardment of negative reviews. So that's it. No more strike hunts, no more friend circles at the event, no more gliders. Just clear skies, forever. As always, if you've enjoyed this video, if you've got anything out of it, please do like and subscribe. We will bring you more news and more updates on games, hopefully with a little bit more of a happier note to it in future. So put the little notification bell on as well to make sure that you are kept up to date with all of the latest Essential Gamer releases. Until then, we are the Essential Gamer. You guys are awesome. Keep gaming, gamers.